These the ground squirrels.
Here in Moose Jaw, there is tons of little ground squirrels. I checked, they are actually ground squirrels, they're not gophers, they're tiny. They look like squirrels, but they have shorter, not fluffy tails. And as you can see, Wrigley is spotting them and she's losing her mind. What are you doing? Wrigley's, I think they're gopher holes or maybe marmots. And she's just, every hole she finds, she puts her nose in. Wrigley, come on, this way. We stopped here at the town of Davidson just for a bite to eat, and because they have this giant coffee pot on display. And what we got here? Road construction on Highway 11 between Davidson and I'm not sure how to say that. C-R-A-I-K, Saskatchewan. Note hay, water supply wagon, camp cooking and lodging. So I guess this is a dump wagon pulled by 4 to 8 horses or mules. Things you find on the side of the highway. This is pretty cool. We have the world's largest coffee pot and coffee cup. It's all painted up.
Apparently this is 1,000 gallon. The reason I know is because it's a 1,000-gallon water tank flipped upside down with the handle put on it.
In Davidson, Saskatchewan, the largest coffee cup. Ow! That was a branch. And the largest coffee pot.
In the world.
In the world?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Oh, the park is closed, but we were just there.
Yeah, well the
washroom is closed.
Yeah. So that was the world's largest coffee pot and cup. Highway 44 and Highway 11. Crossover railway track was a little sketchy, in my opinion.
At least it's fully paved.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's flat for days. We're going up a little incline here. We are 35 minutes out of Moose Jaw. Flat ground. Oh, I guess you could call them rolling hills a little bit.
Yeah, I would say that.
There's another red barn. We have just arrived. Oh, that's very close. In Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We are staying at the Peanut Hills RV Park. We don't have a lot of company here. Not quite as pretty as, where were we last night?
Langham, Saskatchewan.
Langham, Saskatchewan, in the RV park there.
That was quite a bit smaller park, so they were able to take care of it a little bit more.
They had lush green grass. So
they had thick, lush green grass. Dogs loved it more than carpeting.
they had
It wasn't carpet.
all their driveways and sites were gravel. This one is kind of a dirt site.
Yeah,
So we are southeast of
we are
Saskatchewan.
southeast of Saskatoon, pretty much in the center of the province. Regina is just to our east. Swift Current is to our west.
Which we'll be heading that direction.
We are heading towards Swift Current to Alberta in a few days.
So we have the fishing pond where Brent will be throwing a line in.
Yeah, it's kind of small to put my boat in, but throwing a line in the water is one good thing. They stock it with rainbows, I do believe, but
Yeah.
it is only catch and release, so no problem. I don't mind that at all.
So we're gonna go inside and get things all organized. So we're set up. We still really need to do something with the front end of this truck.
Oh, look at the front end of the reflection.
Oh, the reflection, it's so
Oh.
dirty.
The bugs, they really did their damage. But we'll have to wash it. Maybe we'll wash it here. We got 2 days. And then we will give you more information on this park as we stay here a little bit longer. They do allow fires still. They've got firewood up at the front. $10 a bundle, 2 for 15, 3 for 20, which that's actually not a bad rate. $8 is about a decent rate to compare to. And
But they got 2 for 15,
yeah,
so that's a deal.
yeah, and then we'll show you around the rest of the campground. It is all gravel. There are some grass sites, but it looks really nice. And this pond looks fantastic. Like I say, going fishing.
Now I gotta go do my work inside. First thing I gotta do is see what kind of television reception the Wine Guard gets. In Saskatoon we had 2 channels, Global TV and CTV. I was surprised we didn't get CBC, but whatever. I'm gonna go scan it and see what kind of channel reception we get here. I like when I have my global news though. I'm kind of a nerd that way. I like to know what's going on. Oh, and Saskatchewan is in phase 4, so they're opening up their pools and recreation centers. Oh, it's dark in here. Not sure what else that entails. I guess the rest of the hairdressers and stuff like that. So it's time to get the glasses off the head, pull the hair back, and let's get this trailer set up again. Yeah, hair's up. It's warm here. So, and it's warm, and we have some bananas that were on their way out, and who wants to do any baking? Not me. So we got our bullet, I got some pineapple, and the only way we're gonna eat this yogurt on this holiday, you got it, it's in our special drinks. Got it all set up, I'm gonna blend that together, and we're gonna have some delicious, cool drinks. Delicious fruity drinks. This is weird. I'm not washing the truck. I lost Brent. Oh, there he is. Delicious fruity drinks.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job, Brent. You're having to put some muscle into it, are you?
Yeah.
The sucker's stuck good?
Scrub brush. Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, you have fun. I'm gonna go finish doing my thing inside. Brent and I had a funny discovery just a little bit ago. Brent was looking up the weather and noticing they were saying it was 22 degrees.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, let's check the thermometer. And he's like, we looked at each other going, we didn't take the thermometer off the back of the rig when we left Saskatoon. And we had taken it off because we figured it would fall when we left home, but we didn't take it off the rig. So I go running back here, and oops, there's a letter. It's still there. That's so awesome. I didn't think it would stay on.
Yeah, me.
We both assumed the darn thing would have fallen off, but it's there, and that's great. I think we'll take it off when we leave here though, eh?
Sure.
Just in case. You only get lucky once. Okay, we're walking over here and we're walking right into the sun. It's really bright. So Brent, first thoughts?
First thoughts? It's nice. It's quiet. Sure, it's beside the Trans-Canada Highway, but we're down in a bit of a gully here. So we've got our own pond that we we can fish in. I was hoping on going for a swim, but once I looked at it, it's like, you know.
It looks a little slimy.
Not so much slimy, it's just there's no moving water.
Yeah.
It's their own groundwater, I guess. Oh, and I see marmots. Oh, Wrigley's gonna have a fun time behind our place tonight.
Well, I think after they go for a walk, they're gonna go inside.
Yeah, well, I was thinking we could go around this end, but it's all marshy down here.
Yeah.
So we'll head back the other way.
All right, let's mosey. So it's very quiet. So far, it's only seems to be people who are working
Wrigley.
in the area. I've got, these are both welding trucks, aren't they?
They're all welding trucks, yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing some kind of industrial thing. We come over to the other side of the park. There's a building here. We're not sure what that is yet. We'll find out.
It says washroom closed.
Okay, and I'm wondering if there's
washroom.
maybe the other end is
Possibly laundry or a...
yeah, we'll go find out when we get around that way. So this side seems to have a few more RVs parked. So you said the one couple was from Ontario?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming out to visit their daughter in Calgary who just had a baby.
I don't see it, Wrigley. What do you see? No, he's not there. No, no critters there. I'm curious what the occupancy rate would be if this was not a year of COVID. So down here is quite a bit more grass than where we are. Oh, here's another Ontario plate. Was that the couple that...
Hey guys, how you doing? Good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I feel like there is no speed limit in the park.
There's no posted signage.
No. So it's as fast as your vehicle is willing to go. I'm going to check out this little pond from this side. Wrigley really wants to go check out these gophers or marmots or... She's just super excited about it. Come on.
I guess this would be fencing area right close to the water. Few fire rings. There's one over there.
Yeah.
And then there's one way down at the far end. And then there's the bridge.
Then there's the bridge.
Oh,
So-
she sees the ground squirrels.
Here in Moose Jaw, there is tons of little ground squirrels. I checked, they are actually ground squirrels, they're not gophers, they're tiny. They look like squirrels, but they have shorter, not fluffy tails. And as you can see, Wrigley is spotting them and she's losing her mind. She was staring out the windows this morning and we're just getting ready to go. We have to keep her on a lead because she will chase those things to the end of the earth. And there's big holes, probably
Just big enough for her paw to fit in, and if she...
well, they're anywhere from three inches wide to like 5 or 6 inches wide. And she's pretty agile, but we just don't want her to end up hurting herself.
She's not going to see the...
Well, she's just losing her mind.
Oh, puppy girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
poor Wrigley. She just wants to go play with them. She just want to chase them,
Yeah.
Dad. And she's just exhausting herself in this heat. It's very warm out here today.
Yeah, we're supposed to hit
29.
29 Celsius.
Yeah, we haven't
Well,
had
that-
that kind of temperatures
That's
in
got to be
over a
up
year.
around the high 90s anyways.
Okay, we're gonna head out and go check out Moose Jaw. We are in Wakamo Valley Park in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We're just gonna take a little look about, see what there is to see. We were told there was, by our camp host, what was her name?
Jill.
Jill, that there were some nice trails here. So we thought we'd come down, check it out, and share it with you. So there's also a RV park in this area.
Actually, just across the river where we were actually thinking about camping, but I don't think it could handle the size of our rig.
Actually a really big park. Got lots of picnic tables.
Everyone has a gazebo.
Well, not every one of them, there's a few in the middle. So this trail, there's a loop that goes around the park where the picnic tables are. And then there's another bit of a trail here. We'll walk around and... So the campground's over there.
Oh, they can probably handle our rig. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have.
Hookups
Maybe they didn't have the hookups we were looking for. There's a little spot that goes down the river. Oh, they got a little boat launch here.
And by little, yes, little.
It's tiny. So you got a nice picnic shelter here. Brickley, what are you doing?
She saw a groundhog.
I'm guessing it's a play field. It's got like all lights. It's just.
Well, they're just night lights. They're not spotlights.
There's no like nets or anything like that, so it's not an official playing field. It's just an open field with lights. So it's a nice park. A variety of things you could do. This is such a small city, and this bridge is not too important, and I guess signage isn't important either. So this sign for height is measured in feet and inches.
Last time I checked, we were in Canada.
Yeah,
But
that's all right.
most people think feet anyways when they're taking height. Built by Saskatchewan Bridge and Iron Company Limited, Moose Jaw. Doesn't say when though.
Long time ago. We're gonna head out back to the truck and turn on some AC. It's rather warm today.
Give the girls some water before we get in.
Yes. Let the truck cool down before we put them in. We were on. We didn't spend enough time exploring because it's 30 degrees Celsius outside. It goes all the way along the river.
Oh, their signs are even feet in feet here.
Oh, how about that?
14.6.
The park is more extensive than we first thought, Brent.
Yes, we were told it was very extensive in trails.
We
I just didn't look at it. There was no signage to explain anything at the park.
I'm thinking that's becoming a theme in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
There isn't a whole lot of information. Here's Al Capone's. Capone's Hideaway.
On the left-hand side here.
Yeah, that was his hideaway.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Chicago. So we're here on a historical street in Moose Jaw. And in a little bit we're going to go and check out Mac the Moose. So all these buildings are so old. I had some hot dogs here. How you feel yourself on the sidewalk? We're standing out in front of the Moose Jaw tunnels. Now, what's the story behind this?
This is a historic site for the tunnels. There's actually 3 different stories, as you can see on the wall. It's basically a history of Moose Jaw and the tunnels that were needed here. Apparently, Al Capone used to come here, and he used to work underground here sometimes. Well, or at least his guys did.
Okay, so they have a whole storyboard here above the street. Moose Jaw has a very rich history of flying and aviation. The Flying Club was established in the 1930s. Oh, on September 13th, 1920 was Western Canada's first air express parcel delivery from Winnipeg to Regina. Those planes are looking a little rough. In the 20s, the planes were redesigned to make them a little more reliable and capable. Then we have the Air Saskatchewan Ambulance, which was established in 1940s after the war. And then they have, again, the Flying Club, more information on the Flying Club. And then the 413 Squadron Snowbirds were formed in 1971. Those snowbirds are still flying today. And then we have the second row here is on the street. So the flying was above the street. The down on the street, Saskatchewan joined Confederation in 1905. The population was 195,000. Moose Jaw was the largest city back then. Saskatoon only had 3,011. Prince Albert had 3,005. Now those cities are bigger than Moose Jaw. Okay, Brent, you wanted to talk about what went on underground.
That goes back to 1915, where I didn't realize it, but in 1915, the Saskatchewan government made liquor illegal. So there was a prohibition here in 1915, and that's when everything went underground. And by underground, it was basements, cellars, anybody that had one, that's where the liquor would go, and that's when tunnels were built underneath Moose Jaw, thus the tunnels of Moose Jaw. And it was where the distilleries were. This is where Al Capone started figuring out that a lot of the whiskey, which was his most productive alcohol, would be made here. And then the easiest way to transport it here, instead of trucking it to the US, would be to go on the Soo line, train line, through Minneapolis straight to Chicago to the eastern seaboard. And that was the most economical way. The Soo Line Railway basically helped Al Capone get rich.
This is where you would go in for the tunnels. They are closed due to COVID, so they're doing their due diligence. As I'm putting together the video on Moose Jaw for the time that we were there, I realized I left out a very key component, the whole reason for going there. We have absolutely no video footage of Mac the Moose. Like, what was I thinking? I don't know. Anyways, did take lots of pictures though. A variety of pictures, so here's a slideshow. What's with the stickers?
Figured it'd be a nice remembrance of where we've been and where we're headed. Saskatoon, I couldn't find one anywhere, so if anybody in Saskatoon has one, I'd love to have it. Just send me a message and you can email it to me. I'll pay for it. Anyways, got one from Moose Jaw, and here we go. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Unfortunately, we didn't get one when we went to Kennewick.
No.
We had to look for a...
Well, we got the one from the rally, but that's on the slide.
Oh, okay. Excuse the noise in here. As you can tell from my face, it's very warm outside, and we just got back from touring and visiting and checking things out. In fact, it's so warm, I can't even stand to have my hair down, so it's been tied up today. So, looking amazing. Sorry, had to be done. We have our little chart here from Keep Your Daydream, Summer to Remember. It's been a lot of fun doing this. We've done it for the last 2 years. Today, Brent went fishing. We got to go see, oh no, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Mac the Moose. Oh, and we visited the giant coffee pot on the way here. So we're getting things checked off on our Summer to Remember list. This is so much fun.
So we're just about ready to pack up in Moose Jaw. I thought I'd show you a couple things that I thought were kind of odd when we got here. Over the last day and a bit, we've kind of figured out why they're odd. If you take a look over here, right beside our picnic table is a power and water. On the other side of the water is a sewer drain. That is from our neighbor. So our hookups are all on the other side of our trailer where they normally should be. We've got our fire ring and our picnic table right beside the power and drainage and water for the neighbors. Well, they said they weren't going to put anybody on either side of us, which is great. But I figured none of these spots or sites up here in this section have any walls between their units. We just took a walk with the dogs and I kind of clued in that in between each unit or each site there is about a 20-foot wall, about 6 feet high, and it would run right down between these here. So I guess this is just a work in progress. It's a really nice site, a really nice RV park, right off the highway. Well, we're about the same distance as we were in Langham, but it's not really that bad for no road noise.
It's the Trans-Canada as opposed to highway.
This is the Trans-Canada Highway as opposed to Highway 16.
The Yellowhead.
Yeah, the Yellowhead in northern Saskatchewan. The road noise is minimal, but that was just one of the little quirks that I thought I would mention. Probably within the next, possibly this summer or even next year, I would imagine every one of these sites is going to have a wall between them. But anyway, that's all I have to say for now.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay.